What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and the Premier League is back this weekend with a mad big game at Old Trafford.
Title challenging game.
Big news of the weekend is Harry Kane misses out through a slight
hamstring injury. It's going to be interesting to see how we deal with the absence of Harry Kane. Obviously, last year we missed him for a few months. We seemed to cope okay. It wasn't too much of an issue, though we did draw a few games early on. But it's going to be interesting, given the comments of Pep Guardiola earlier in the season, how with the Harry Kane team, so we're going to have to use our squad this weekend, and players like Son, who are going to come in, going to step up.
And it's funny you mention Pep Guardiola and the Harry Kane team, because actually what springs to mind is last season when Harry Kane got injured and we had to play City at home.
Yeah.
And we actually played them off the park completely without Harry Kane. We won 2-0. Yeah. And it was we were amazing that day, weren't we?
We were absolutely brilliant that day. So it proved that day we could play without Harry Kane. There have been fresh accusations. Are we again relying too heavily on Harry Kane? But we've got players like Ali, Eriksen, you know, the players that can hurt Man United. So it's going to be a close game, even though Harry Kane misses out. So it's going to be interesting to see how we set up, I think.
Yeah, so how do you think we will set up? I think it's going to be 2 up top, 3 in the middle.
Yeah, it'll probably still be 5-3-2, I'd imagine. Probably the 3 at the back of Sanchez, Jan and Toby. I would probably guess, seeing as Trippier played in midweek, he would probably play Aurier on the right wing back, and I think Davis comes back into left wing back. Yeah, I would assume Winks starts again. One of the big decisions Poch has to make is who plays in the 3. Or probably Winks and Eriksen plus one more. Whether that be Dyer or Dembele or Sissoko. So he's got 3 options there. It's going to be tough to pick who's going to be our third centre midfielder.
Let's just think about that now, because that's crazy that Winks is like. No, he's 100% in. Harry Winks.
And after, you know...
That's mad, isn't it?
Like even 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, that wasn't the case at all. And now he's nailed on starter. He's just come in and... At the moment, he is. And the way he's playing, he's a nailed on starter. He's probably our best informed centre midfielder. So you can't drop Harry Winks at the moment the way he's playing. No, because he brings you technical ability and he brings you tenacity as well and aggression. So you need to have him inside at the moment. If Dembele was fully fit, I'll go for Dembele. Is he fully fit? That's the question. He got a few minutes against West Ham.
He mentioned today, I read an article that he thinks he's put his injury problems behind him.
So maybe he will start Dembele, but maybe we'll just go for safe and go for Eric Dyer, bit of steel. I'll personally go for Dembele if he's fit enough.
We need the GOAT in there.
Yeah, exactly. We need the GOAT, and then obviously I'd put Ali and Son up front. In the 3-5-2.
So no Llorente?
No, I'd put Llorente on the bench.
Do you not think Llorente will offer us quite a bit, putting those balls into the box?
He could, but I think depends how United set up.
But I was thinking Llorente up top and Sonny playing off him.
So Son and Llorente up front with Winks, Ali and Eriksen in the middle.
Yeah, Winks, Ali and Eriksen. I thought if Llorente and Son play up front, that could work really well against United.
Well, the thing is, United are going to play Matic and Herrera in the middle. So that's going to demand... That's going to be very aggressive. It's a very defensive-minded central midfield pair. So how do we combat that? Do we do what we did against Liverpool, which seemed to work? Just get all the ball players in there and play them off the park, or do we add aggression? Do we match aggression with aggression? Which would mean either putting Dyer in or putting Sissoko in. So it's an interesting dilemma. See what Pochettino will do. He's got some selection headaches on his hands.
I personally think he will go with Llorente.
You think he'll go Llorente?
I think he will. Yeah.
So you think he'll?
I think like in the Bernabeu.
But he'll go
with Son and he'll drop Ali back a bit in the midfield.
So he'll go with the midfield that we played against Liverpool. That's what you reckon. Okay, interesting to see how that works against a team against United who are much better defensively than the team like Liverpool are. Yeah. For Man United, obviously there are players like Pogba still out, Fellaini's out. Rojo's still out, but it looks like Eric Bailly's back. Ooh, so that's a good that'll be good for them. But obviously United have a really strong squad, so it's going to be tough whoever they play. I expect them to play Mata, Mkhitaryan and Rashford behind Lukaku, so that's going to be a really tough strike force to contain. But given our strong defensive record, I'm confident we can be strong at the back and then we can hurt them going forward.
100%. What's your prediction?
My prediction, I've gone for draws in the last few games.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I think and it's worked out well. So I think I'm going to go for another draw. I think we won all.
1-1.
Yeah. we'll probably get an early lead, I imagine, and then I can see us being paid back. Maybe Son will score our goal, but United are, you know, Mourinho's such a masterful tactician.
Do you think he's going to park the bus?
If we had Harry Kane, it would be more likely to. I think, given the Kane news, he's more likely to maybe be a bit more adventurous. I think
that works in our favour.
I think being at home, I think he does park the bus usually more away from home when he knows away at a top 6 team, a point's a good result. But especially, I remember when we played them at Old Trafford last season, they did not park the bus whatsoever. They came at us, and they actually deserved the win that day. They won 1-0, and they had all the chances. So I imagine Mourinho to be a bit more adventurous in front of a home crowd at Old Trafford. So I can see a 1-1 draw, which I don't think would be a terrible result.
I think it's going to be very tight. It's going to be a very tight game tomorrow. I can see it being quite a few goals in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I think if we get an early goal, they're going to come at us. If they get an early goal, we're going to really come at them. I think it could be an open game. If Mourinho came and parked the bus, I would say 0-0 or 1-0, something like that. But if he's going to come out, I reckon it could be 1-1, 2-1, something like that. I can't call either side. I think it's going to be a draw either. As well.
Be a draw?
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know who you think is going to be in the starting lineup. Who would you pick if you were Pochettino to be in that midfield 3 or up front? Who's going to replace Harry Kane? And as always,
come on, you Spurs!